everyone, welcome to lesson 2. We are going to get started with just a quick body awareness exercise before we start our warm-up. So if you have ballet shoes, I'd highly recommend taking them off and either being barefoot or just using socks. So let's begin with our feet around hip distance apart and just in parallel. And right now, I want you to start noticing or feeling all your toes and your heel being on the ground and putting your weight just right in the middle of your foot. So what we're gonna begin with is just lifting our big toe off the ground and feeling our weight shift into our pinky toes. Just notice what that feels like. And what you're doing is kind of rotating your ankles essentially, and now do the opposite. Lift your pinky toes and roll your ankles in and feel the weight shift into the big toe joint. And then go back to being centered. And then lift the big toe again. Put all your weight in the pinky toe, see what it feels like in your body. And both feet down, planted, weight in the middle. And now lift your pinky toe. And that's it. People will have different ranges of mobility. Some people will have more, some people will have less. And the point of this is just to kind of discover what it feels like right now to shift weight into different positions of the foot. In ballet, when you're turned out, the goal is really to have the weight in between your second and third toe, kind of this area where my hand is. So one problem that I see a lot is people rolling in towards the big toe when they're really too turned out and they can't hold the turnout. So let me show you what that looks like. So when you're really cranking your turnout, the pinky toe, it might look like it's on the ground, but it's kind of hovering, and I can feel most of my weight on my big toe joint. This is rolling forward, and you would essentially close your turnout a tiny bit until you can find a turned out first position, wherever it is, where you can feel the weight between your second and third toe, where you can put pressure on it. You can feel all your toes on the ground, and you feel like you're more in the middle of your foot. So that's the feeling I want you to have the whole entire time. You never really want to lift your big toe off the ground or lift your pinky toe off the ground. So now we're gonna move on to a second weight shifting exercise. I'm gonna face the camera in this angle so that you can really see what my body is doing. And we'll start in the same position, parallel. Make sure you're not a little bit turned out, completely parallel. And your feet are hip distance apart. Again, starting with feeling all of your toes on the ground and your heel on the ground. And you just wanna start with your weight right in the middle of your foot now. Start shifting your weight back into your heels, but still have all your toes on the ground. See how far you can shift back with all the toes on the ground still. And I'll go back to the middle where your arch is. And now shift forward, keeping your heels on the ground. And you can see that my body is moving slightly, and your body should be doing the same. And I want you to just start paying attention to what parts of your body moves first when you're shifting. So let's go back to the middle. And now last time, shifting your weight into the heel, toes on the ground still. Going back to the middle. Last time, going forward. Forward as you possibly can while keeping your heels on the ground. And then coming back into center where your arch is. So in ballet, you will never really be here where you have your weight on your heel. Most of the time, you're either gonna be middle, a little bit forward, or really forward. And it just depends on what you're doing, and every teacher has different recommendations and every body is different. So I'm gonna give you the generic recommendation of where the weight should be on the foot. That probably felt really easy, but you probably have to use a lot of brain power to kind of think about where your foot is and what your body is doing. The goal is to have this body awareness feel just natural. You don't have to think about it too much. You know exactly where you want to be at all times. And that type of control is really what we're trying to go for in ballet. All right, so now let's put on our shoes or socks or whatever it is that you're using for the lesson, and we'll get straight into our warm-up. We're doing the same combination that we did from lesson 1, so I'll give you just a quick refresher of what the combination is. We're starting with 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a half toe, and full toe, and half toe, and down. Foot up and down, roll through the feet or foot and down. Let me face sideways so you know what I'm doing. Half and full and half and down. Roll up and down, roll up and down. And then we'll do plie, force arch, up and down, 4 counts to get to first position. Then we'll start with our right leg. Flex, forward 2, come in, forward 2. Tendu, forward 2, come in, forward 2. Tendu, and close. This is faster, and close. Stretch 5, 6, roll back, 7, and 8. And then same thing on the other side, flexing for 2, squeezing the thighs together for 2, pointing for 2, closing for 2, tendu, close first, tendu, close first, other arm stretches, side, all the way back, come up, 7 and 8. Then you'll have your own timing of plie, force arch, making sure right here that you have the alignment of the foot correct and that the weight is between the second and third toe, coming all the way up. Here it's going to be very hard to not roll forward or put too much weight in that first toe joint, but just try your best. And then we'll come down off the music and arms down. So before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about what we're doing with our feet at the beginning of this combination. So when you start with half toe, I want you to pay attention to this foot that's up and make sure that your weight is between the second and third toe. So you don't want to put too much pressure into the pinky toe, and now your knee, as you can tell, is rolling out a little bit. You also don't want to roll in too much and put too much pressure in that big toe joint. Again, you want to be between the second and third toe joint. And even when you come up into full toe, same idea. The foot alignment is straight down the second and third toe. So you don't want to be out here where the pinky is. You don't want to be in here where the big toe is. You want to be just right down the middle. This is where the strongest part of your foot is. So you want to get used to rolling all the way up, rolling all the way down in the right alignment. Okay, that's enough talking. Let's get straight into our warm-up. And then we'll get started with the half toe, making sure the weight is between the second and third toe when you're going into half toe. Half toe, up, half toe, and down. Rolling through. Pay attention to the alignment of the foot. Up and down. Other leg. Half, full, half, and down. It's harder to go through the right alignment when you have to go faster. Up and down. We'll plie force arch. All toes on the ground. And flexing to get to first position, squeezing the thighs together here. Out for 2, come in for 2, same thing but pointed foot. Out for 2, in for 2. Now faster. Tendu, close. Tendu, close. Stretch right arm. Other side. Flex for 2, squeeze thighs together for 2, now point, for 2, come in, for 2. Left arm stretch. We'll plie, force arch, coming up. Pay attention here to where the weight on the foot is. Remember, it needs to be between the second and third toe. Most of the time, the tendency is going to be to roll forward or put too much weight on that first toe. All right, balance when you're ready. And then we'll open, arms down. Okay, now we are moving on to our plies. We're going to start in first position, 5, 6, 7, 8, and demi. 4, 2, come up, 4, 2, again, demi, for 2 counts, come up for 2 counts. Now, grand, all the way down, press to demi, and straighten, second position. It's gonna be the same thing, 2 demis, 1 grand. We'll transition into 5th position, right foot front, 2 demis, 1 grand. After that, we'll step out into parallel with our right foot or right leg in front of us. We'll stretch forward for 1, 2, come up 3, 4, twist 5, 6, return 7, 8. We'll balance in first position flat off the music, paying attention to our foot alignment that we talked about earlier, raising our arms up into high fifth, opening, élongé, and down. Starting with a first position, thighs are engaged, squeezing together, and forward. 6, 7, and 8. Demi-plie, 4, 2. Keep knees side as you come up. Demi-plie, up. Now, Ronde, all toes on the ground, heels off the ground. Heels on the ground, knees still side as you come up. Transitioning into second position, even foot or even turn out, up, slow demi-plie, up, knees side. Now heels on the ground for Ronde, come up to demi, all the way up, transitioning into fifth position, even fifth. And down, 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 and up, 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 up. Now, Ronde. Squeezing up, getting ready to step out on the right foot. Stretch forward, come up. Now twist for 4 counts. 7 and 8. Let's come back to first position. We'll just balance in flat in first position, paying attention to where the weight is on your foot, making sure that your thighs are squeezing against each other. You're not rolling forward and the ankle are rolling back. You're perfectly between your second and third toe. And then you're slowly keeping that same alignment as you raise your arm up. You're gonna open off the music, élongé, arms down. Good job, everyone. I wanna quickly reiterate an idea that I brought into lesson 1, and I wanna give you a better visual. So one thing that you want to avoid is collapsing forward in the knees in your demi-plies. So from the side perspective, you do demi, 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 and your knees are over your toes. That looks really good. Coming up is where things can happen. So you really ideally want to think about your knees going sideways and pushing against your hands that are behind your thighs as you come up into first position. What you don't want to do is from demi to collapse forward. So my knees are forward. I'm rolling forward with my ankle. So a lot of my weight is in my big toe joint. And then coming forward. You want to avoid that. You want to keep the knees side. Don't collapse forward like that. Bring the knees back. Keep them there, keep them there, keep them there the whole entire time as you come up. I want you to just think about it and just try your best as we go into the combination. Let's get started. Seven and 8. Demi-plie. Keep the knees side as you come up. Demi-plie. You can do it. It's tough. Just try your best. Now Ronde, demi, and knees side, and here the weight between the second and third toe, all the way up, transition to second position. Keep all your toes on the ground. It's gonna be really hard to not try to do some weird lifting thing. Up, pulling in the core. Going to Ronde, keeping the knees side as you slowly come up. It's like a very intense squat now that I think about it. Demi, 4, 2. Up, 4, 2. Make sure your turnout is even. Come up. Knees side. Weight between the second and third toe. Press the heels on the ground. Squeeze the thighs to come up. Now we'll step out with our left leg. Up. Let's twist. Coming back into first position, balancing on flat foot. Squeezing the thighs together, lifting up the core. Float the arms up when you're ready. Keeping the thighs still rotated, all toes on the ground. Elonge, and down. That was great. Now we're moving on to tendus from first. I think you'll recognize this combination. We'll start with 8 tendus, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Out and in, and out and in, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. To the front for 4, 3, 2, and 1. To the back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side, same thing. Out and in, and out and in, and out and in. 8 of those. And then 4 forward, going through all your small feet positions. Make sure you're going through the small fourth, dragging it in, small fourth, dragging it in, small fourth, dragging it in. Same thing to the back, making sure that you're going through a tiny fourth position. This is the second tendu. This is the third tendu. This is the fourth tendu. We're gonna do this whole thing double speed. So instead of 2 counts, out and in, you're gonna go and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 to the front, 4 to the back, 8 to the side, 4 to the front, 4 to the back other side. For the first set of tendus that we have on the right and the left side, you have an opportunity to really think about the small, tiny feet positions that you're going through. As a quick reminder, when you're tenduing side, the small position you're going through is whole foot is really on the ground, a really tiny second position, and then you get through half toe, full toe, half toe, small second position, squeezing both thighs to pull that leg in. Same idea to the front, small fourth position, both heels are on the ground, whole foot is on the ground, half toe, half toe, whole foot, drag it in. Same idea to the back. Let me rotate this way. My foot is in a small, tiny fourth position. I'm going through half toe, full toe, half toe, down to fourth, dragging it in. All right, let's get straight into it, everyone. Alrighty, squeezing the thighs together, rotating, pulling up in the core, getting ourselves prepared for the combination to come. Seven, 8, tendu out, in, going through all the small positions, you can do it. To the front. That fourth position. Squeezing the thighs together, go back. Lift the core up as you go back. Don't twist the shoulders. So much to think about. Other side. You can do it. You're almost there. 7 and 8 to the front. Last one to the back. Going through the small fourth in the back, that's the one that's really tough. Now faster, ready? 1, 2, in, squeezing the thighs. 7 and 8 to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. You can do it. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Use the foot. Really push against the ground to the back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now go into a stretch. I'm stretching out my right calf first, but you can choose whatever calf you want to work with. Let's switch. Just giving your muscles a chance to relax here. Okay, let's take a step away from the bar, and you'll just fold forward in parallel. And just dangle. And bend your knees, and just shake a little bit to release your spine. And I like twisting right and left just a tiny bit. And then you can roll up when you're done. Good job, everyone. My legs are always so tired after that combination. It is quite long. Now we'll move on to our tendus for 5th position. We'll start in 5th position, right foot front, one arm to the bar. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Tendu front, close 5th. Tendu front, close 5th. And 5, 6, 7, and 8. To the side, close front, side, close back, side, close front, side, close back. Now switching legs, so you're gonna have to shift back and move that bar arm just a bit so that you can have a new standing leg. You're gonna move the front foot and close, tendu to the front, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now our little tag on. 1, 2, 3, close, front, tendu, side, 6, 7, close back 5th. Now reversing this whole thing, 4 tendus back, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 for tendu side, close back, side, close front, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Switching legs, inside leg. So now you're shifting your weight onto the front leg, moving the bar arm forward just a tiny bit. 4 to the back, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then our tag on, 1, 2, 3, close, 4, 5, 6, 7, close, 8. And that's it, everybody. I'm sure you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed already by the amount of corrections and the speed that we're going at. So I hope you're doing okay. If you need to take a break, please do so, because this is really a lot mentally. You're doing really, really well. Let's go straight into the right side. Getting started in 5th position, right foot front, pulling your core up and your thighs together. 7 and 8 for tendus front. 5, 6, 7, and 8 to the side. Close back, close front. Get ready to switch legs. Front, close, front, close. 5, squeeze in. To the side. 1, 2, 3, close, front. Again. 1, 2, 3, close, back. Reverse this whole thing. Elbow up. 5, 6, 7, and 8 to the side. Close back. Close front. Core still lifted. Move bar arm forward just a little bit. 2, 3, 4. Shoulders are squared to the front. 7, and 8 to the side. 1, 2, 3. Close back. You're almost there. Close front. I know you probably already have a lot to think about in your tendus, but I'm just going to throw in one more thing. So we talked about the little positions that your working leg needs to go through, the mini fours, the mini seconds, right? But something that we haven't really talked about is what's happening with the standing leg. This is the leg that's working really hard to stabilize you, especially with a moving leg. This leg will have to work twice as hard to make sure that you're not being thrown around. And one tendency that I see happening quite a bit is that when folks get tired, they will start to relax this leg and they will stop engaging their turnout muscles. They'll stop pulling up. And the result of that usually is that you will lose a lot of turnout in the standing leg. Eventually, you'll kind of get more and more parallel. I know it's easy to think about rotating the thigh that's kind of moving around, but you need to make sure that you're also rotating the standing leg, because this is really your foundation for everything. You need to keep that engaged and rotated, and you need to make sure that you're not collapsing your ankle or rolling forward into the big toe. Whenever you finish Tendu combinations and you feel your big toe hurting, or it just feels very sore, it's a telltale sign that you are rolling onto your big toe and you're not keeping your turnout muscles engaged. Okay, let's get into the left side now. Seven and 8. Tendu front, close. Front, squeeze to close. Go through the 4th position, mini 4th, drag it in. To the side, mini 2nd. Side, small 2nd position. Side, front, side, back. Switch legs. Front, close. Front, squeeze to close. Brush the ground. Go through that mini 4th. Now that tag on. To the side. 2, 3, close front, squeeze, squeeze in, close back. Check on that standing leg. Make sure it's not collapsed. 3, 4, rotating that standing leg. 7 and 8, to the side. Go through the 2nd position, go through 2nd position, core up, elbow up to the back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You're almost there. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's it, everyone. Great, great job. Now we are going to go back into having 2 hands at the bar. We're going to do a new-ish combination. It's inspired by a combination that I've done a lot on this channel. We're going to be doing jetés starting in 1st position. We're going to start with the right leg, 7 to the side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, hold, 1, hold, 1, 1, 1, 1. Other side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, hold, 1, hold, 1, 1, 1, 1. Or the duck, duck, walk, walk is the same. I originally thought this combination would be easy because we've done something so similar, but now that I think about it, it might be pretty challenging because it's hard to not let, your muscle memory take in and just do what we used to do, which is the 8-8-4-4 kind of thing. And of course, when I say hold, it's not a static thing. I don't literally mean hold. It's just a short term to actually mean squeeze your thighs together and rotate, pull your core up, broaden your shoulders, relax your neck, all the stuff. That's what the 1 count hold is really meant to do, is for you to check in with your body and see where you're at, okay? I'll talk a little bit more about this combination in the next lesson, but for now, let's just give it a try. Getting ready, squeezing the legs together and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, hold, 1, hold. Duck, duck, walk, walk other side. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, hold, 2, hold, dug, dug, walk, walk. And that's it. Good job. I hope you are all enjoying the repeat combinations that we're doing for this series. I used to have a teacher that would actually give the same class throughout like a week or two, and I loved his classes just because I loved knowing the combination beforehand. I love being able to kind of work on different things every time I did the combination. But as somebody that's giving class, it gives me anxiety to give the same combinations because I always wonder if people are just bored that they're doing the same things. But hopefully none of you are bored, and hopefully you all are finding new ways to make the combination better each time. We're on Ronde jambes now, or leg circles. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Cloche forward, cloche back, cloche forward, cloche back, and flex for 5, 6, all the way around 7, closing in first on 8. Again, cloche, 2, 3, 4. Now off the ground with the pointed leg, all the way around, point, close first. 4 Ronde jambes, slow. Front and back, and front and back, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Reversing this whole thing, cloche, 2, 3, 4, flex 5, 6, 7, 8, cloche again, 1, 2, 3, 4, off the ground, 5, 6, 7, close first, 8, 4 Ronde jambes slow. After that, we'll close in 5th. We'll stretch forward for 4 counts, back for 4 counts, coupe. So wrapping the foot on the ankle, off the bar, open, and down. When you go through first position, make sure that this foot is not rolling forward and that you're not just on your big toe. So let me turn to the side. This is what it looks like when you just are on your big toe. You want to make sure that your pinky is also on the ground. This correction is actually quite advanced, and you'll see a lot of really advanced dancers roll forward in the Ronde jambe. It's just a habit that a lot of people have because everyone's trying so hard to turn out. So don't be too hard on yourself if you catch yourself rolling forward or going through first position. That's the point of class, right? Is to really take it slowly so you have the opportunity to fix all these things so that hopefully when we go fast, everything is just going to be correct. Okay, let's go on to the right side. Starting in a nice even 5th position, abs are pulling up. 7 and 8, starting with the cloche. Front, brush, brush, brush. Off the ground, flex your foot, pull up in the core. Close first, cloche again. 2, 3, 4. Off the ground, pointed. Lift the core up as your leg gets higher to support that leg. Front, back, front, back. Don't roll in the standing leg. Last Ronde jambe. You're almost there. Cloche, cloche. 3, 4. Pull up in the core, elbow up. First position, cloche again. 2, 3, 4. Off the ground. Really pull this leg away from you. Back, front, back, front. You're almost done. One more. Forward. Up to go back. Balance. Equal rotation on both legs. Your weight is going to be more shifted to the toe of the standing leg. And don't roll that standing foot. Heel down. That's it. Great job, everyone. When you're stretching, one thing to do before you even stretch forward or backwards is to squeeze your legs together. So let me turn sideways to show you what I'm talking about. Right before you stretch, you need to make sure that your legs are squeezing against each other and that you're just going straight down and that your legs are not going back like this and relaxed. That's what happens when you don't squeeze your legs together, is that you go back in your bum, essentially. So squeeze, 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 lift, keep your legs there, try really, really hard, and coming back up. So yes, it's a stretch for the upper body, but the lower body is working really hard to keep you forward on your toes, essentially, because that's what the squeezing is doing. It's keeping your weight forward instead of tilting back. And a similar idea applies for when you are stretching back. You need to squeeze your legs together to prevent your legs from doing this when you're about to do your back bend. So this is what it would look like if I didn't squeeze my legs together, I just relaxed them. I would go forward. And as you can tell, my hip is going more forward, right? You want to keep your hips stable because again, the stretches are really focusing on just kind of the belly button up and the movement that you can get from your belly button up. So you don't really want to get your hips involved in any way in this. I hope that made sense. We're going to go straight into the left side now. Seven and 8. Cloche forward, go through a nice first. Flex, reach that foot. Close in first, cloche again. Front, back, elbow up. Lift the core to lift that leg. Really keep the core still lifted as you go all the way around. Front, back, front, back. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 2, 3, 4. Flex, reach, core in, close first. Cloche, 2, 3, 4. Nice even first. Back, front, back, front. Nice even first. 7 and 8. Squeeze the legs together. Don't let the hips go forward when you stretch backwards. You can do it. Keep this foot pointed and wrapped. And then going down, allonge the arms, arms down, and that's it. We're on our last exercise at the bar now. We are going to do our calf strengthening exercises. So we're starting with 8 eleves, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a up, and down, and a 2, down, and a 3, and a 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, with the knees bent all the way up until you get to 8. Same thing, right leg down and up, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing, left leg. I'm sure you already know the drill. And of course, I can't let you go into the exercise without a new correction. When you go up into the eleves, pay attention to where the weight of your foot is. We talked about that rolling forward in the big toe or rolling back into the pinky toe idea earlier. So when you go up into eleve, make sure that you're not rolling towards the pinky toe, making sure that you're not only just on the big toes, right? You want to be wherever your second and third toe is, between that area. This concept might sound simple, but it actually is really, really important to master, because imagine if you're wearing point shoes and instead of going to where the strongest line of your foot is, which is straight down your foot, you tend to go towards your pinky toe. This is how you essentially break your ankle, or you go towards your big toe. This is how you get bunions. So you don't want to be in one extreme or the other. You want to be just straight down your foot, okay? I hope that I didn't freak you out too much with the breaking the ankle thing. This is why clean, strong technique is just so important, so that you don't get injured when you go up into the higher level classes. But anyways, let's get straight into it now. Starting in parallel, 8 eleves. And up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plie up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plie up. 2. Make sure you're not rolling. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plie up. 3, 4. You're almost there. You can do it. 7. Okay, let's stretch out those calves. My body is quite sore today, so I really need these calf stretches right now. Okay, everyone, that was a great bar. I will meet you in center. We're going to be using the same combination as we did from the last lesson, but except we're going to be facing the corners this time, and you'll see why in a minute. So we're going to start facing corner number 1 with our right foot front, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Tendu front, close, tendu front, close, tendu side, close, tendu side, close, and 1, 2, plie, 3, 4, quarter turn, 5, close back, 6, 7, and 8. So we're doing the quarter turn, front and a close, front and a close, side, close front, side, close back, tendu back, forward 2, plie, forward 2, quarter turn, close back, open, arms again, front and close, and front and close, side and close and side and close, tendu back, plie for 2, up for 2, close for 2. This time we're going to be going from angle 1 to angle 3, or corner 1 to corner 3. So it might feel a little bit weird in your body to do the quarter turns using the corners of the rooms instead of using the walls of the room. But just keep in mind that we're doing everything that you've already done plenty of time before. So hopefully it shouldn't be that bad. Let's just jump straight into this.
Getting started with right foot front in 5th position, facing angle number 1, 7 and 8. Tendu front, close 5th, front, 5th to the side, don't change, side, close, back, tendu back, right arm front, plieing forward, quarter turn, close back, now your left foot should be front, tendu front, close 5th, and front, 5th, side, close front, side, close back, left arm forward, plie in 4th, left leg passes, left leg close in the back, all over again. Right foot is front, to the side, keep the elbows up. Now right arm is front, plie 4th, right leg passe, right leg in the back. Last time, you can do this. Keep going. Side, close front, side, close back, quarter turn. Knees side, deep plie, and up. That's it. Great job, everyone.
Next, we are moving on to our pirouette drills, and keeping theme with increasing difficulty, instead of doing our 4 quarter turns, we're going to be doing 4 half turns to begin. So starting with right foot back, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Tendu back, plie, half turn, close back again, tendu, plie, and close, tendu, plie, half turn, close back, tendu, plie, half turn, close back. Now we're going to do 1 up, 1 turn. Tendu, plie, up, close back. Tendu, plie, pirouette, close back. Again, I'm going to scoot back so that you can see me. Tendu, plie, and up, close back. Tendu, plie, full pirouette, close back.
Let's just get straight into it. Starting in 5th position, right foot back with our 4 half turns. 7 and 8. Tendu back, plie 4th, right leg passes, close back. Right leg tendu, plie, right leg passe, close back. 2 more. Tendu back, down, 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 up, and close. Just a balance. Now get ready for that full turn. Knees side and up. Tendu back, plie, stride to hold your balance. Tendu back, plie, full turn. Great job, everyone.
Before we go on to the left side, I just want to give you all some encouragement about pirouettes. They were always something that I found super scary in ballet class, and I never, ever, ever liked pirouettes. But something that made them a lot less scary for me is the idea of just going down and up in a smooth manner. So what I mean by that is if you go plie, 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 and push. Plie, 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 and push. Right? That kind of smooth motion. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands. So the opposite of bend and jump, right? Because some people I know will try to do that where everything is really sharp. What I want you to think about in your plies is down, 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 push, and land. Tendu, down, 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 push, and land. And the smoothness is what keeps you kind of straight up and down when you just go down, 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 push. You tend to go up versus sideways or sideways, right? You just tend to stay up. I hope that little tip helps. Keep this in mind as you do your left side. Let's get into it.
Focusing on that nice smooth plie push on this left side. Tendu back, knees side and balance. Tendu, plie and push. Tendu, down, 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 up. Tendu smooth plie, down, 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 up. Now just balancing. Keep that ab and core still lifting up and your back is engaged. You can do this, you're almost there. Try your best to do a spot forward as you do that full pirouette. Good job, everyone.
Now we're going to head straight into a Reverence starting in the back corner, same as last week, starting with right foot front, 7 and 8. Right arm to second position, left arm to second position, tombe, pas de bourrée, that same susu, down. Bow to the left leg, up, close, reset. Left arm, use your head to follow that arm. Tombe, pas de bourrée, susu, open. Tendu, right leg, bow. Keep that right leg really pointed. Open, close. Great job, everyone. You finished today's lesson. And as always, thank you so much for watching and sticking along with me until the very end. I will see you all in the next lesson. Bye, everyone.